Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? It is your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the peninsula in Virginia. Y'all, I lose everything. It is your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. How is everyone? Y'all, pay me no mind today. Please, just pay me no mind today. It's been a busy week thus far, and my little scatterbrainness shows it so far. Okay, so y'all know me and my notes. I wrote everything down and I tearing up pages. Okay, there we go. All right. So I'm back. First of all, I want to thank everybody for my 427 subscribers. I also want to thank everyone for the just over 1,400 viewing hours. Yay! Yay and yay some more. I'm going to skip my little format around a little bit, so bear with me. Okay, so the health and weight updates out the bat. We're going to get that out the way early. It is my weather. It's very rainy here, and it's okay. It is okay. I feel good. I haven't been to the doctor since last Wednesday. No trips to the emergency room. So I'm good in that respect. As far as my weight is concerned, I'm holding steady at 320. I'm back down to 320, y'all. Yes. I got my yarn tangled up in my charger. So please forgive me. And on a scale from 1 to 10, how do I feel? I feel a good solid 9. I do. The only thing I'm dealing with is the a little bit of knee pain, um, but it's minimal, so I'm good. And then as far as my mood is concerned, well, let's see. I'm pretty positive today. I am just all over the place because it has, y'all. When I tell you it has been a week, it has been a week. We had choir rehearsal Saturday, of course. That's why we were on Saturday night. And then Sunday we sang. We were supposed to sing 6 songs. Our choir director, my oldest daughter, decided that we were going to rehearse 7 because they usually ask us to sing extra. And so we sang 7 songs plus 4 more. But I wasn't hoarse when I got home, so I felt pretty good about that. However, Sister Girl was hurting because I had done more walking, more standing, and more rocking than I have done in a very long time. But I got my trusty massager that my daughter gave me for my birthday almost 2 years ago now, and I used it on my knee. I massaged my knee so much that Sunday night, and yesterday morning. So Sunday night when I got home, I was walking with a cane. And yesterday morning when I got up, I didn't need the cane anymore. And I have not needed the cane today. So that is a good thing. Have I been up? Of course I have. Y'all know. Sam! How are you? Oh, bless your heart. Thank you. I understand. I understand all the way from Australia. I love you and I thank you for popping in. Mwah. Hugs and kisses to you. Oh, y'all need to go check out her channel too. You really do. You really, really do. But I did get up today and I do have, of course, my trusty bottle of water. Yes, I do. And I also have my delicious cup of coffee. I have 20 ounces. I switched it up this time. I got 10 ounces of the Midnight Blend that I got from Aldi's. And I have 10 ounces of the espresso from Great Value, which of course is Walmart, my pinch of salt, my drizzle of vanilla, and only I only added um 8 ounces of International Delight Caramel Macchiato this time because I wanted to have my flavoring. But I am trying to cut back on creamer also. I know that there are a lot of calories there. And after you hear what I did Sunday night when I got in from church, you're going to be like, calories, really? You talking to us about calories? So what had happened was Sunday night when I got home, I don't know why, but I was craving Pepsi. I was absolutely craving Pepsi. And I went and got me a whole 2 liter, y'all. Now, in the past, I could drink Pepsi all day, every day. A 2 liter of Pepsi was only a portion of my day. I would drink like 2 liters a day. My body won't do that anymore. I tried. I tried. But it just did not, it's my body's not set up that way anymore. So between Sunday and yesterday, I did finish my 2 liter. I did. And I don't feel bad about it. I do not feel bad about it. No, I did not share it. And no, I don't feel bad about it. I share everything I get. And this was the one thing that I had for me. Yes. So, where are we? See, I lost myself just that quick. Okay, so whips. So happy to report that I am working on the eighth round that I've added between yesterday and today. Today it has only been 2 rounds because I've been so busy this morning. My goal is to finish this by this evening, 6 o'clock, hopefully slightly before, so that I can photograph it and post it. It will serve two purposes. If you remember, this is my Nana June blessing blanket, and it's the one that I'm going to donate to Boggy Creek. So I will have completed this long before December 31st, and we'll be getting it off to them hopefully next week at the latest. So that's where we are, guys. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I only have 4 more rounds to add. Uh, 4, yeah. Only 4 more rounds to add. And then it will be done. So I'm excited about that. I am super excited about that. The other thing is I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds to the scrap blanket that I started. I added that yesterday. So it's coming along really well. When I started this, I had no intentions of it being this big. And no, I still don't care for granny squares. I don't, especially the bigger they get. But I started here in the center, and my goal was to see if I could make a square using the foundation row technique. And I did. My first round in this, I used the foundation row. Yeah, and I'm excited about that. It's really pretty the way it works up. Excuse me, but I want to work on it a little bit to see if I can get it to look like a little cleaner or something. But it really, really looks good. It's pretty, it's sturdy. I'm not worried about it coming out or nothing. It's really solid, guys. And I can't wait to share that with you. Like I said, I'm going to work with it a little bit, and then I'm going to uh, spill the tea, so to speak, or serve the tea, or however they say it. So those are the two biggest things that I've worked on as far as being whips. Um, FOs, you know about the bonnet. Yes, you know about the bonnet. And you know about the change purse. Yes, this is my pretty puffy purse. I love it. I absolutely love it. I am using a scrap ball of yarn to help it hold its form. But I absolutely love this, guys. I think it is the cutest. Um, I think I'm going to give it to my granddaughter so that she'll have a little purse, a little crochet purse from her grandma. And then the other thing that I finished was this. Y'all know how deep I am into this Taco Tuesday thing. So all three of these are Taco Tuesday makes. This is uh, I don't know what came from what. Mainstay in the pink. The purple is just yarn. So I did not use scrap for this. These are actual skeins that I use. And yes, this is a bonnet. The bonnet is here, came into play. The challenge was make something purple and pink. And the reason I chose to make a bonnet is because my daughter told me that for my birthday, she's getting my hair braided for me. And I want something to tie up my hair and to hold the braids. So that's why I made my bonnet. I'm excited about it. The purse, the challenge was to make a corn purse. So that's how the corn purse came about. This I did use scrap yarn for. I can tell you that the dark brown is mainstay. I don't know what the medium brown is. It's an old ball that I had. I'm sorry. Yesterday I did not miss that at all. Y'all, yesterday I had no phone service. And I didn't know I didn't have phone service until my youngest daughter came home from work and said, Mama, like, yes. Excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. But she said, I've been calling you. And I was like, my phone isn't on. She goes over to the scooter and pulls it out of the bag. And I pulled up my call log and I said, see, I don't have any calls from you. She said, well, I don't know what's going on. And then my oldest daughter, excuse me, came to pick up the kids. And she sent me a text message saying that she had been trying to call me and I did not answer the phone. So I found my phone. I went and checked and made sure that it wasn't still on airplane mode, which I knew it wasn't because I took it off Sunday after church. And I tried to call my youngest daughter. And as soon as I pushed call, it said call ended. So then I tried to call my oldest daughter, same thing. So I texted my daughter and told her I couldn't make or receive phone calls. And I didn't get a response from her. So I had internet service on the phone. So I went to Facebook Messenger. And I messaged my oldest daughter, being that the phone is through her company and on her account. And I said, I cannot make or receive calls. And she looked at me, because we videoed. And she said, Mama, what did you do to the phone after you took it off airplane mode? And I was like, nothing. Y'all always think that. She said, Mama, what did you do to try to fix the phone? And I said, oh, nothing. She said, you didn't turn it off and turn it back on? I was like, no. She said, bye, mama. So I shut the phone down and turned it back on, and I had phone service again. Okay, back to our Taco Tuesday thing. I showed you two of the items, which I actually knocked three out on the list because another one of the challenges was make a scrap make. So that's three. Another one was make a bowl cozy. Y'all, I made a bowl cozy. I accidentally put these colors together. I just snatched up two skeins of yarn. I know the red is Varsity Red from Big Twist, and the green is that sea turtle from Mainstay. And it made the cutest. As a matter of fact, I crocheted with y'all. I don't know if I put that video out yet or not, but it's the Crochet with Kitty video. And I made this with you, y'all, less than an hour, less than 45 minutes, really, because I was feeling my way. And it's really very simple. I am going to record an actual tutorial for this so that you all can see how it's made. And like I said, less than 45 minutes, and I know that I do tend to crochet a little fast, but this was me struggling through it, figuring things out, taking some things loose and reconstructing it, and it was still less than 45 minutes. And this is all single crochet, but it's running two strands together. It just happens to be a beautiful, I can't do it with the light. I don't know how to do it right with the light. And you can't, because it looks orange. It's actually red and green, but it's that like holly green. They say sea turtle green, but it's like that holly green. So it gives a really beautiful Christmas effect. And once I put it on this bowl, I knew that one of my grandkids were going to see it. One of my grandkids was going to see it, and they were going to confiscate it. So that's why I'm doing the tutorial for another one, because what one does, the other feels like they have to do too. They do. The good thing is one is a girl and one is a boy, so I only had to make one coin purse, but I guarantee you he's going to ask for something to hold his toys in. That's how serious it is, guys. Yes, the grandma movement is real. So those are I made 4 of the 6 challenges. I want to make sure. Of course, I got everything everywhere. Okay, here they are. I did and the vetoed one was make a pink Wanda Yarnetic hat, which he vetoed that one. So I had already put that out. But I did make the scrap make. Both of those qualified. I did make the purple and pink make, the bowl cozy, the corn purse. I'm working on the whip nail and the gloves. They could be fingerless, they could be mittens, they could be regular gloves, whatever kind of gloves you wanted to make. It could be that. So I'm not doing the gloves. I'm not. I'm trying to get this finished. I want to get it washed and dried and then packed up so it can be sent to Nancy to go to Boggy Creek. So that is it for the makes of the finished objects. Okay. And now for the future plans. Guys, I have ideas. I have serious ideas. I wanted to talk to y'all and see if you all would be interested in monthly challenges. Nothing crazy. Right now I'm thinking, really small objects. And if it gets to be something bigger, then of course I would compensate it for the month, or take into consideration that it is a nice size project and we work from there. So what I'm thinking for the month of November is 10 washcloths or dishcloths. And the rules of the challenge would be that you would make one every 3 days. 3 days, guys. 3 days you have to make a washcloth. So if you do one every 3 days, and they have to be at least 8 inches, and they have to be cotton. Those are the only stipulations. You can use any design you want, any size hook you want. If you wanted to run 2 strands together and make it super thick, you could do that. However you want to do it, they'll be yours. It's 10 each. You could, make them into packages of 5 and make it 2 gift packs. You can make them in packages of 2 and make it 5 gift packs. However you want it to do, but make 10 for the month of November. And November has 30 days. So that boils down to one every 3 days. And then, of course, in December, our pillow challenge, which they have to be at least 6 inches at their smallest point. Any shape, any size over 6 inches, any color, any stitch, any style. I talked about the possibility of a star, a circle, an oval, a triangle, a heart. However you wanted to make it. It just has to be 6 inches at its smallest, I'd say, far points. For instance, if it's a triangle, it had from top to the middle of the bottom line has to be 6 inches. So there you have it for November and December. Now I wanted to talk to you about the possibility of next year doing a temperature blanket. So typically, if you decide to do a temperature blanket, August is probably your best time to start planning for it. But there are ways that it can still be done now, because it doesn't have to be a blanket. It can be a scarf. It can be a hat. It could be a throw. It could be anything. It could be a sweater. It could be a wearable. Guys, watch this. So there are 12 months in a year. There are basically 6 components to a panel sweater. 2 back panels, 2 front panels, 1 to each sleeve. So you could do January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Or January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and then outline it in December. Now, these are all the things that you take into consideration. First of all, you have to decide if that's what you want to do. If it's a flat out no, I get it. Fine. But if it's a yes or a maybe, then you want to ask yourself, what is your project? What are you going to make? Are you going to make a scarf? Are you going to make a sweater? Are you going to make a lap throw? Are you going to make a baby blanket? What are you going to make? And then you have to construct your project. What is the construction of your project going to be? Are you going to use Catherine's wheel? Are you going to use jasmine stitch, bobbles? How are you going to do it? What stitches are you going to use to construct your project? And then what is your usable time frame? Now, what I mean by that is, are you going to be doing this by the day, by the week, or by the month? Sometimes you can take the overall temperature for that month and crochet a panel, a square, or whatever, representing the average temperature for that month. Same thing for the week. Okay? What design do you desire? Now, I plan on making one. And mine is going to be in panels. It's going to be 7 panels, I believe it was. I think it was 7. No, it's 9 panels. 7 panels. 9 panels. 9 panels. It's going to be 9 panels. And those 9 panels mean that there are, with the space in between the months, would be 42 days in each panel. Now I just have to decide, what stitch am I going to use to make the days? I was thinking half double crochet, and quite possibly, because it takes 2 rows to make like 1.5 inches using my J hook. So I know that I forgot how tall it would be, but I know using the 9 panels and going only 25 stitches across, that it would be 175. No, that's 7 panels. It would be 225 stitches across. Y'all, I am flip-flopping between this 7 and this 9. Whew. I don't even know how I came up with that. I think I did it because I was thinking maybe if I did squares, how the squares were going to be, how many squares I needed to have. But I think I really want to have panels instead. And the way I came up with those calculations, you have to use some math, guys. So they're 365 days a year. If I put a space here between the months, that would be 11. So I'm using the number 376. And then I divide it by the 9 panels that I want. And that means that I would have 42 days in each panel. Then I have to decide how wide I want the blanket. I want it wide enough to go over my bed. I want it wide enough that when I sit down, I can wrap up in it. So with that in mind, I would have 25 per strip. And that would make it 225 stitches across, because 9 times 25 is 225. And if I went with the 7, I think it was 46 days, and it would be 175 across. But I like the 225 better. It sounds better. It feels better going around my body. So yes, you have to decide, about the design, and that will help you determine what the quantity of yarn you need, because in that you also need to make your temperature grid. Now I came up with a few that I could show you. One being separating your temperatures by 20 degrees. And that way you would need 7 colors. You have your 6 colors for your temperature, and your border and outline color separate. And then right here, you're separating by 15 degrees, and that would give you 3, 6, 9 colors. So you'd have 2 more colors here. Now this one is the one that's most used. This one, they separate them by 10 degrees. And what I look at is, how do the degrees run in my area? How much do I want to put towards those numbers? I know that we don't really get over 100 degrees that often, but in case we do, I have all those temperatures over 100, and that color would be purple. More than likely, I would be using this one, because this also determines how colorful you want your blanket. And I'm going more for comfort than color. It would be, if I completed it, it would be the 3rd one I ever completed, but the first one for me. So I tried to make sure when I put that color, just putting colors up here as purple. More than likely, if I were to go with this, I would go more with a maroon, because I try to pick a color that matched the temperature. You feel me? And then I have a sweet spot. Now up here, my sweet spot It's right here between 50 and 69. That color would be yellow. And then I see how the average temperature was for that year. If it falls in that realm, I kind of know that I'm going to need more yellow than anything because that's where the temperatures are usually centered around. Same thing with all of them. Find out what your annual temperature is, what the average temperature was for the year. Usually you can figure that out yourself by finding out what the highest temperature was and then the lowest temperature. And then, of course, adding them together and dividing by two. And that'll give you your average. And right here, I show where you can either make squares for each month: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. You can go across with that. You can make circles and put them together like a little bitty circle for each day and sew them together and make your little circular blanket. Y'all, I have floaters. If you see me constantly looking to my right, I apologize. I did go to the eye doctor a couple of weeks ago and found out that I have yarn fiber behind my lenses. If you remember, I had cataract surgery back in 2021. And somehow or another, I have yarn fibers floating around in there. They're not scratching my eye or anything. They're just kind of floating around in there. So I'm constantly seeing stuff floating in this eye. But yes, like this one, I have panels. And I think this one I had 4 panels, but I had it so that I do a strip for January, one for February, one for March, and so forth and so on. You can do that when you have the 12 panels. Kind of like a mile a minute blanket, but you determine how many days. Of course, you have 31 days in January. So a sizable length is somewhere around 100. I'm talking about height now. It's somewhere around 100 stitches. Unless you want it super long, then you go to like 150, maybe up to 180. Um, but depending on how long you want, say if I wanted one that was 180, then I know 183 maybe. Okay, 183. Then I know that having 31 days in January, I would want each day to be represented by 6, I think. Y'all don't get me to doing math. I've done so much math today. Woo, Lord. Okay. Okay, so if I were to do 3, my brain just is not computing. Then that would be 93. So 6 rows a day would be 186. Yeah. So if I did 6 rows for each day, that would be 186. Yeah. And that's a kind of long. I'm only 5'3", y'all. 120 would be my max. God, that's where I am. Woo. So yes. But like I said, there is math involved, but it's so doable. If you wanted to just do a single crochet all the way up, determine how wide you want it, and just know that it's going to be 365 rows long. Okay. And that can be pretty tall. That's why I suggest breaking it up into squares or circles. How would you do circles? Or how would you do the Catherine's wheel? Simple. Start stitch even each day, add a different color. Make each wheel a different color. That would be so pretty. Am I going to do it? No. Mm-mm. But it would be pretty, and I would love to see someone do it. So there are many ways that you can do that. There are many things that you could do. Um, so yeah, if you wanted to do a scarf, maybe do 2 panels. The first one, January through June, you'd have to add a touch of July to it to make the sides equal, or add a filler color, and that way you would have enough. But it is very doable, and I am going to do it I'm also going to do one for, I think, next year, but I can't really, I can start it now, but I won't be able to do next year's until the end of next year because I'm going to do a birthday blanket in the same fashion of a temperature blanket. And I'm going to go back and get the average of each year. That's why I came up with the number 63. That's why the 9 and 7 stuck in my head. And I'm going to have 9 panels. And, excuse me, I'm going to have 9 panels and they will be, evenly sparsed. And they're going to each I'm going to have not squares necessarily, but sections. Each color in the panel will dictate the color of that year, and that way I'll have 63 um, sections, and that'll be my gift to me for my 63rd birthday. So, like I said, there are options. There are so many options. You can, like I said, do it by the month. You can do anniversary blankets the same way. Christmas is in your house. If you've only been in your house for a short while, or if you've been there for like 10, 12 years, whatever, you can take like the year, you can go back and find the year that you moved in and do a temperature blanket that way. It doesn't always have to start January 1st. But the one that I'm going to do, I am going to make it for starting January 1st because that'll be the beginning of our 6th year here. And I'm also going to start my birthday one because simply I want something, a happy birthday to me for my 63rd birthday. That's going to be a big one for me, y'all, because I was born in 63. So a 63rd birthday, being born in 63. Yeah, that's cool. Okie dokie. So, another project that I wanted you all to work on with me, and I think this will be beneficial to everybody, not just my kittens, but everybody. And I would hope that you would share this concept with people. Get a notebook. It doesn't matter. 5 subject notebook, single subject notebook, composition notebook, a notepad, whatever. Well, bigger than a notepad, please. Because we're going to do some journaling. And what I want you to put in that journal is, of course, the date. And every day we're going to write in it. We're going to put the date and we're going to put 2 mood entries. You can make your mood scale however you want to, but you're going to record that mood when you first wake up in the morning and just before you go to bed at night. And then there are going to be 2 health entries, how you feel in the morning and how you feel before you go to bed. I knew I was going to forget what that meant. Oh, and 2 points of contact. Guys, we don't reach out enough to each other. And I don't just mean people in the crochet community. I mean in life. So each day, challenge yourself to just reach out to 2 people, if for nothing more than just to say hello or how are you. Just 2 a day. Just 2 a day. And I'm not saying you got to be stuck in a long conversation with them. If it's someone who's long-winded, then send them a text. Send them a message through Messenger. Drop a little hello in the DM. Just reach out. And then the last 3 things, there are 10 things we'll be recording every day. And it won't take long, I promise you. The last 3 things that you're going to record will be recorded in the morning. And that would be 3 things that you want to accomplish that day. And at the end of the night, do your checks and balances. Okay? It's simple. I will keep you reminded because we are just approaching the end of October. So we still got November and December to go. But I do want you to go out and get those notebooks because I want all of us to journal. I want us to keep up with basically our health. So why is points of communication in there? Because we are designed to be communicable. That's the way we were designed. And to reach out to each other for a simple hello, a hey, I miss you, or I just wanted to send you a shout out, could make all the difference in someone's, I mean, even in yours. I know sometimes I reach out to people that I haven't talked to in a while, and I feel so good, so much better when I get off the phone, simply because I said hi. Okay. Our reminders. Our reminders. Don't forget your 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day organization. Organize something, y'all. Organize something. Have I been able to do mine today? Well, kind of. I organized my notes. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning and did my notes. But no, I haven't gotten to the physical organization part today. But I'm noticing, y'all, I am doing that little 30-minute session like 2 and 3 times a day now. And it has helped me to become more mobile. And I feel great about it. I feel good about it. So I'm sorry. Like I said, I got up at 6. I didn't go to bed until 3. Don't forget to check out the affirmation videos. I'm trying to get them out by 8 o'clock in the morning. I can't always do that. Not only did I have phone issues yesterday, I had computer issues because Google wants me to pay them X amount of dollars a month. And even though I pay it, they keep telling me my storage is full. So if I'm cleaning out my storage every week, how is it full? And then I go click a button to see what's there, and it says 0 files here. So, what? I mean, even when I edit my videos in Canva, I only save the edited video unless I plan to go back and do something with the other video. And even those, after a while, the older videos go into archive. They're in this, I plug in my storage for that, and I keep them on a separate. See if I can show you. Of course, I won't be able to put, whoops, wait a minute. It's all tangled up. That's the adapter. It's just a little bitty box, y'all, that I hook up to my computer. And because I'm trying to grab it for y'all, I can't, because this is my everything drawer. Oh, it's right here. This little piece right here. There's all my little videos on it. And it's not even half full. And that's like a year and a half worth of videos that I have up here. So it's not, I only keep them in my computer long enough to do things that I need to do. I don't, and then I put them here. And I don't leave them in my computer. But long story short, I knew that I had not used up all my storage. So I was becoming very upset with Google. And after clicking that button and ending up having to call customer service and tell them I'm not paying for any more storage. I don't have anything in there. And then they tell me that it was promotional. They are, promoting 49 cents a month for 1K of storage. And I'm like, you don't get it. You've already taken the $1.99 for this month on 2 channels.
That sounds incredibly frustrating.
Sorry.
It seems they unexpectedly charged you $1.
I didn't call Gemini, did I? So why did he pop up on my phone? But you're taking the $2 from 2 accounts on my Chromebook, and you're taking additional $2, $8 a month they're taking, an additional $2 a month on 2 accounts, $2 here, $2 here on my phone. And they're synced. So, and I mean, it's not like the storage unit on this phone or the storage unit on this computer. It's the storage space in Google, which is an outstanding entity. Now, taking $2 for the one email account, and which is my medical account, and taking $2, excuse me, for the YouTube that I keep in the other Gmail account. I get that, but you're taking from this device and this device when I can go to some random computer and pull up my Google information because that's Google. Y'all make it make sense for me. Make it make sense. That's what I told the lady today. And she said, we're going to look at that because that shouldn't be. I know. I know. And guys, I know $4 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you want a fixed income, every penny matters. Every penny matters. Okay, don't forget Taco Tuesdays. You can go back to any of my lives and pick up the link, or you can go to Juan the Yarn Addict, go to his playlist, and look up Taco Tuesdays. And any of those you want to follow, if you feel like you're losing your projo, if you feel like you're in a mind fog and just don't know what to do next, or if you're looking for, guys, cute little Christmas gifts. Cute little Christmas gifts. These 10 washcloths that we'll be making next month. Cute little Christmas gifts. I'm just saying. They give you a plethora of things that you can look into or that you can work on. And they're simple, quick little projects. Now, I probably will be throwing something else in on you in December along with the pillows, because the pillows are going to be fun and simple. And I know most of you guys will probably get the 4 pillows done in like 4 days and have the rest of the month where you're sitting here twiddling your thumbs, wondering what we're going to do next. But I have a project in mind. I have to work it up, and then I'm going to share it with you. Don't know if I'm going to do it in a live or if I'm going to do it as a tutorial. I don't know which one, but look for it because it's coming. It is coming. Okay, and don't forget for your the Nana June Blessing blankets. If you want to participate, the deadline is December 31st to have your blanket completed. And then you can go to She's Got Yarn. I think I put her link in my last live, the live on Saturday. But you can go to her page and find her mailing address, and you can send it to her. And it's no pressure. You don't have to. But Juan put out a call for 50 of them. The last count, which was last week, I believe it was 24. I'm pretty sure that more have come in. In my mind, I, for some reason, see them getting, I don't know why, but y'all, I see the number 112. I see that many people sending in blankets, Nana June Blessing blankets. Yeah, I don't know why. I just see that number in my head. So, I'm sorry. Excuse me, that's the second yawn. I haven't done that in quite a while. This is not going to be fun. I have to go get the kids from the bus stop in about an hour and a half. And it's raining. And I'm on a scooter. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm going to do that. Every time I look out there, I want to cry a little bit. But it's no need because it's not, my tears are not going to make it stop. I'm just thinking if I could soak it up and just cry them out in here. Y'all think we could do that? If all of us just soak them up a little and cry them out and it be done? Y'all with me? You can. Okay, I get it. But guys, I have had fun as usual. Um, I want you all to remember, please, to be bold, be brave, be beautiful, and behave. Okay? Remember, Kitty Lane told you. Remember, Kitty Lane loves you. So until we see each other again on these YouTube streets, peace out, guys.